I find it hard to be both religious and a professor in science. Well, I don't regard myself as very religious, you see, because religion to many people conjures up buildings, incense, smells, bells, rituals, all this kind of thing. Well, if that's religion, I'm not religious. What I am is a Christian, and my relationship with God is a personal relationship of faith, and it's living in my daily life. Do I find it hard to be a professor? Well, what would that mean? That some people get upset if there's a professor who's a believer. Well, they do, you know. And if you watch my debate with Christopher Hitchens, you see he was very annoyed. But that's okay. I can cope with that. You see, however difficult it may be on occasions on radio or television or anything like this, ladies and gentlemen, at heart I'm convinced that this is not helpful or a religion or some practice I have, but it's a true analysis of the nature of reality. And therefore it fits together with my science. It's a much bigger thing than my mathematics. But it fits like a glove together with it. It's not extraneous. And it's very difficult to be ashamed of being a mathematician and a Christian with men like Newton and Kepler and so on, having set the whole thing going. I'm not remotely ashamed of it. And so that'll have to do with that. Why do you think scientists are not coming to the same conclusions of faith? Here comes the loaded term again, as those from previous centuries. Well, there are many reasons for that. But it is not true that scientists are not coming to these conclusions. Do you realize that of all the Nobel Prize winners for science between 1900 and 2000, how many percent believed in God? Over 60. We're not told these facts. And in the last big survey that was done in the States of ordinary practicing university scientists, at least 40% believed not only in God, but in a personal God that answers prayer. And throughout the centuries, there have been all kinds, there have been waves. In the ancient world, in the 3rd century BC, you had people who believed in God of the gods, like Plato and Aristotle and so on. And then you had the materialists, like Democritus and Leucippus on the other side. And that has been barreling up through history ever since to the modern world. There are fewer now, probably, than on average in the past. But certainly there are very, very many. In my own University of Oxford, there are several heads of departments who are very keen Christians.